I think Matt will explain it very thoroughly.
Employ what I like to call the PTR principle, position, tension, resistance. Don't just jump in and be like, okay, here we go. Instead, take your time setting up for the position to make sure everything's where you want it to be. You've got good alignment because a lot of isometrics are full body exercises. So elbows in good position, hands in good position. Then proactively engage the muscles you want to be working. And then finally, apply the resistance against the handles or whatever equipment that you're using. This ensures that you have proper position, but also good tension control in the muscles you want to be using. And then you apply the resistance. If you apply the resistance too quickly and then think, oh yeah, that's right, my hands need to be in a little bit, or wait a minute, my tension in my abs isn't quite engaged enough, it's a little bit harder to get that stuff really dialed in once you're already working. So even just a moment of position, tension, and then you apply the resistance can go a long way at making the exercises safer, more comfortable, and a lot more effective. Stability is also a very important factor because you're only as strong as you are stable. And if you're really fighting to stabilize your body during an exercise, that's less energy and effort you can put into actually working the muscles. So in particular, if you're using something like the ISO trainer or something, and you notice that when you apply force against your feet, there's coming in, or you're a little bit on a narrow, unstable surface. And that's why I highly recommend running a strap or the equipment you're using underneath some sort of a platform like an aerobic step or a plyo box or something. Now I'm going to have a lot more stability with the straps, and my feet are on a very stable platform. They're not getting pulled inwards or outwards, and I can really put a lot more force directly into the muscles without worrying about compromises to my stability. And lastly, don't forget that the whole point of, well, any strength training endeavor is to adequately work the muscles, not to necessarily lift the weight or move the cable around. And the same is true for isometrics. Your goal is not to put as much force as possible into your handles. The goal is to contract the muscles as hard as possible. And you may find that this is going to be easier if you don't try to always have your maximum absolute amount of force that you're applying into your equipment. So as you're using that rise time, give yourself permission to only apply 75, 80% of the effort you have.